After the Kansas City Chiefs faced a tough defeat to the Arizona Cardinals at State Farm Stadium on Sunday, August 10th, Travis Kelce's next move surprised many. He didn't head back to Kansas City or linger in Arizona. Instead, he boarded a night flight and landed in New York City, where Taylor Swift was ready to greet him. News and images quickly spread across social media, showing the pop superstar and the professional football player walking hand in hand, entering a private venue in Manhattan. Security was tight, with bodyguards and only a few close friends circling them, ensuring the couple remained undisturbed by the city's ever-curious eyes. Observers noted that Travis dressed down in a fitted blue t-shirt and dark jeans, a blend of casual comfort and athletic confidence, while Taylor wore a soft pastel pink dress, her hair styled in loose curls, her expression one of warmth and encouragement as she looked at Travis. The city lights caught her gentle smile as she leaned into his side. Fans commented on the photo, pointing out how Taylor's gaze rarely shifted away from Travis, as if she was intent on making sure he felt her unwavering support after a demanding and disappointing game. Witnesses said there was a quiet strength in the way Travis held Taylor's hand, his tiredness from travel and the game apparent, but softened by her presence. The couple's chemistry, even in such a public moment, seemed to radiate a sense of comfort and understanding, something that didn't need grand gestures to be felt by those around them. For dinner, Travis and Taylor had chosen a discreet restaurant in Manhattan, known among celebrities for its blend of privacy and exclusivity. The restaurant's interior glowed with warm yellow light, soft jazz notes floating through the air, and every table was set with fresh flowers and polished silverware. The staff had prepared a special table in a secluded corner, granting the pair the seclusion they desired. On the menu were fresh oysters, crisp summer salads, a selection of seafood, and 2 signature cocktails. Taylor, always one to favor lighter fare, selected the seared salmon with a citrus salad, while Travis, true to form whenever he visited New York, went for the classic New York strip steak, served medium rare with roasted potatoes on the side. Restaurant employees recounted that the couple's energy was relaxed and affectionate. Taylor was seen laughing at Travis's stories from the field, sometimes resting her hand reassuringly on his forearm, while Travis listened intently when Taylor shared anecdotes from her current tour. Subscribe for more moments like this. 1. Staff member remembered a particular moment when Taylor recounted a mishap backstage during her last concert, prompting Travis to laugh heartily, shaking his head at the chaos that sometimes unfolded outside the spotlight. Yet, there were also quieter moments when Travis grew reflective as Taylor encouraged him, her voice low and soothing, offering words of reassurance that seemed to carry more weight than the loudest stadium cheers. Throughout their meal, the couple remained focused on each other, barely glancing at their phones or the people around them. Friends at a nearby table said the two seemed absorbed in their own world, as if the city's noise had faded into the background. After dinner, they lingered at the table, sipping their drinks and talking in hushed tones, occasionally pausing to listen to the live jazz trio that had begun to play near the bar. Later in the evening, Taylor and Travis exited the restaurant. Through a private entrance, once again hand in hand, their security detail close behind. Observers noted that Taylor's head rested briefly on Travis's shoulder as they walked, a small but intimate gesture that spoke volumes about their bond. The couple's night didn't end there. They were seen heading toward a high-rise apartment building in the West Village, where Taylor was reportedly staying while in town for meetings and rehearsals. People familiar with the building described how the doorman greeted them warmly and how the elevator ride to the penthouse was quiet and uneventful, the couple standing close together, exchanging soft words and smiles. Inside the apartment, the city skyline stretched out before them, lights twinkling against the night sky. Friends who joined them later shared that the atmosphere was relaxed, music playing softly in the background as they talked about everything from the pressures of football to the creative process behind Taylor's upcoming album. One friend described how Travis, despite the demands of his career, seemed at ease in Taylor's world, fitting seamlessly into the rhythm of her life in New York. Taylor, for her part, was attentive, offering Travis a glass of wine and asking about the small details of his day that others might overlook. Subscribe now for more inside looks at celebrity nights out. At one point, as the group gathered around the kitchen island, Taylor played a new song she was working on, inviting feedback from her friends and Travis. Those present said Travis listened intently, nodding along to the beat, offering his thoughts on the lyrics with the same focus he brought to game day strategy sessions. The friends laughed, debated, and shared stories late into the night, the city outside growing quieter as the hours passed. When the last guest left, Taylor and Travis moved to the balcony, wrapped in a blanket against the cool breeze, gazing out over the city. There, under the glow of the city lights, they talked quietly, their conversation blending hopes for the future with reflections on the challenges of fame and public life. Those who know them best say that nights like this, away from the flashes of cameras and the roar of crowds, are what sustain their relationship, giving them space to just be themselves. The next morning, the couple kept a low profile, ordering breakfast in and spending several hours indoors. Travis was seen on a video call with his family, updating them on his trip and sharing stories from the previous night. Taylor, meanwhile, took some time to rehearse new songs on her guitar, occasionally pausing to check on Travis or make coffee for the two of them. Later, they ventured out for a walk in a nearby park, dressed casually and blending in among the city's early risers. Witnesses said they kept things understated, wearing baseball caps and sunglasses, chatting quietly as they strolled, occasionally stopping to watch street performers or admire the flowers in bloom. At one point, they stopped to buy coffee from a sidewalk cart, sharing a laugh with the vendor who recognized Taylor but discreetly kept his distance. Back at the apartment, Taylor and Travis spent the afternoon reading and relaxing, their phones mostly off as they enjoyed the rare luxury of free time together. Friends who visited said the apartment was filled with fresh flowers and sunlight, the mood light and happy. Travis and Taylor played board games, listened to music, and talked about plans for the upcoming week, sharing small moments that, for them, carried far more meaning than any headline. By evening, Travis had to prepare for his return to Kansas City, but not before one last dinner with Taylor and a few close friends. The group dined at a different restaurant, this time choosing Italian cuisine. The meal was lively, filled with jokes and stories, the kind of gathering that leaves everyone feeling lighter. Taylor toasted to Travis's resilience and the support of their friends, her words met with cheers and laughter. When it was time for Travis to leave, Taylor walked him to his car, hugging him tightly and whispering something in his ear that made him smile. Onlookers said the goodbye was sweet, but not sad, both knowing they'd see each other again soon. Travis returned to Kansas City the following day, while Taylor remained in New York for her work. Reports say the two kept in constant contact, texting and calling throughout the day to share updates and check in on each other. Friends say the couple's ability to support one another, even across distance and demanding schedules, was a testament to their commitment. For Taylor, the whirlwind of music, rehearsals, and public appearances was made easier by knowing Travis was in her corner, cheering her on from afar.